You're listening to the Mobcast Network.
Welcome to the Cult Movie Cantina.
Hello. Hi.
This is a podcast that looks at some of your favorite cult films, adds an alcoholic beverage,
That's me.
and shows it to someone who's not seen them.
Here.
Then we talk about it.
We do.
We do a lot.
This week we talked about the 1986 cult classic, John Carpenter's Big Trouble in Little China.
Yes, we did watch that.
Yep.
Man, I feel the warmth in the room for this movie.
Not from me.
Definitely for me. I absolutely loved it.
I called it, didn't I, Caleb? Caleb and I were talking off air, and we were like, what's the over-under on this? And I'm like, I think Steph will like it. Jestina will be most likely unamused and confused.
I was
lost.
So
I was watching it and I was like, what the hell is this even about? Like,
no.
a ball with eyeballs on
You
it
missed
pops
it.
up.
All it was an 80s version of Mortal Kombat.
I was gonna say it was the white person's Mortal Kombat.
Right.
Because he was like
Because you had Raiden and two sidekicks, and then you had
that is so great that you said
and then you had the old guy from Kill Bill, the one that trained the bride. That's who he reminded me of.
Oh my
the
gosh.
old guy.
Lopan?
Yeah, Lopan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's who that reminded me of. It was great.
Does that make Jack? What's the guy from Mortal Kombat now? Just the name just slipped.
Johnny Cage?
Yeah, does that
Johnny
make Jack
Cage?
Johnny Cage?
Kind of Johnny
Maybe.
Cage's. Kind of Johnny Cage's. Yeah, I can see it.
Maybe. It was great.
I never got into Mortal Kombat.
This does have a Mortal Kombat connection. So.
I loved it so much
Oh my gosh.
that I was shocked that it was a John Carpenter movie.
But you
with the exception of the music was definitely John
But
Carpenter.
Yeah.
you like other John Carpenter films.
I do.
Like,
I'm just giving you shit.
They Live.
Yes.
The Thing.
Yeah.
Escape from New York.
Absolutely.
So that's-
mostly the Kurt Russell ones.
Right. She likes the action films.
I like action films.
Yeah, so she likes the action ones. I get it.
That's kind of my jam. He does action. I mean, he did
I think
80s action films really well.
We haven't done
like
In the
them.
Mouth of Madness yet, but I think you'll enjoy the In the Mouth of Madness.
Okay.
So it's Lovecraftian. He does Lovecraftian horror, and it's
Nice.
And it's with the guy from Jurassic Park. So it's
Oh, fantastic.
and Charlton Heston's is suddenly in that movie. You can listen to this podcast on any of your favorite podcast apps. You can rate us. It helps us out. So subscribe and rate us on Apple Podcasts. It helps people find us.
But rate us high, please.
Please, yes. we'll take that.
Constructive criticism is also nice.
You can join us on Facebook at facebook.com/cultmoviecantina. We'd love to have you there. And I've also, if you're watching this on YouTube, and if you're not watching this on YouTube, you can watch us on YouTube at youtube.com/Mobcast Network. Please subscribe.
Please watch us because I'm putting on makeup every day just for you.
Yeah, we did this for many years without makeup, and
That's
now
right.
she's
Now-
like, I got to get my
And
face
now I have
purdy.
to wear makeup, so there you go.
Before it was like, are we filming this one? And now it's just like, we're not filming? That's weird.
That's weird.
So let's dive into this one. Ready?
Let's do it.
Big Trouble in Little China, 1986. Directed by John Carpenter. Written by Gary Dolman, David Z. Weinstein, and W.D. Richter. Stars Kurt Russell as Jack Burton. Kim Catrell as Gracie Law. Dennis Dunn as Wang Chi, who was a Prince of Darkness alumni. Victor Wong as Shen, also a Prince of Darkness alumni.
Yep.
James Hong as David Lopan. Donna Lee as Eddie Lee. Kate Burton as Margot. Carter Wong as Thunder. Peter Kwong as Rain. And James Pax as Lightning. Plus some other folks, but that's the main cast right there. Jestina.
Oh, gosh. Oh, fun facts. Okay, yes.
Did we introduce ourselves?
We did not.
Let's do that.
That's the weirdest thing.
I don't know who I am.
All right, so I'm your Native American pop culture spirit guide, Scotty, and I'm joined by, as always,
Your Lady of Libation, Stephanie.
Justina, your jellicle jester.
She who knows no movies.
Admiral.
That's
at your
how
service.
That's how I knew we didn't
Eddie's.
introduce ourselves because I'm like, I didn't say that.
I didn't put it on the list. I don't know why.
That's weird. Okay, now you know us.
Flip on over. So the fun facts.
Fun
1986.
facts.
1986 did not have a lot of fun things happen. So
Hey.
I tried not to make it super down.
It's like you thought 2020 was a shitty year. Welcome to 1986.
But like the fun facts that were listed, I was like, that's a downer.
I was a freshman in high school.
Multiple
That's a fun
times.
fact.
What did you do? I'm just kidding. Kind of. Okay, so let's get this started. If it feels like a downer, then I'm sorry.
Hold on. 86.
I was -3. So you were
I'm not allowed to answer
9?
because it's still a mystery.
I think I was
my
in the
age.
3rd grade. Are you sure?
The audience doesn't know my
Yeah.
age yet.
They don't, do they?
Mm-mm.
You're a child. That's what we say.
I started my freshman year, the fall of '86.
I think I was in the 3rd grade. Anyway, well, depending on the fun facts, I can tell
You were Penny's age.
I was Penny's age.
All right. That's
Or was it
interesting.
So, you know,
the
because
fall of '85? Maybe. I don't know.
Penny
It
will
was
probably start a
86.
podcast somewhere. So her new best friend is probably also in the freshman in high school right
There
now.
you go. Probably so.
You know what?
And her other
With
one is-
Penelope, yes.
Yeah, her other one is not
Yes.
yet born yet. So it's like-
Yes. Like she's just in
I'm
this.
ca-
I'm gonna coast until I get old enough, and then the other person grows up enough. It's fine.
She'll just come to me, Uncle Scotty, I want to start a podcast, and then like, all right, okay, and then this is what she'll do. So she'll take over the empire because I got to leave it to somebody.
It's gonna be
There
her. Mickey
We're-
won't be interested enough, and Callie's crazy.
Right. So we're calling it now the Big Trouble in Little China. I'm naming my heir.
Help us all.
Hopefully, I won't have real children who will be upset by this decision.
She was already chosen, young one.
Yeah. Sorry.
There you go.
Okay. So I'm going to start it with something random. It's still not, I think it's kind of funny. So 12 members of a Florida jury got stuck in the courthouse elevator for 20 minutes. The jurors were hearing a case against the Otis Elevator Company that made the elevator in the courthouse. They lost and ended up paying $135,000. Wouldn't that like suck to be part of that company and be like, they're stuck in what? Gosh darn. We can't win now.
That's when they should wisely be like, oh, we can't use the jury now because now they have too much of a connection to the case.
Right.
You're too
Right.
connected to the case. What? Okay, so I'm gonna try
I
to
bet you
mix
that
these.
defense lawyer did try to like throw in a mistrial for that.
Yep.
I mean, that'd be a smart play. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna look it up.
Something I need to reach out to Thomas about. See, our lawyer friend Thomas who did the Con Air
yeah.
episode with us.
Ask what his move would be.
Yeah,
All
what is
right,
it- what
let's
is
give
it?
you a hypothetical situation
Right,
now. That'd be fun. Okay, so Jim Moylan, I believe, don't get mad at me if that's wrong, invented the gas tank indicator arrow, the little triangle on your gas gauge indicating which side your gas tank is on, in 1986. He did not patent it, and it was in 1989 that Ford Company manufactured those, and eventually others just did it and copied the same
So-
idea.
That-
So someone had to invent that.
That
someone,
was invented.
I
yes.
mean,
Someone was
I'm glad somebody thought of it.
Oh no, I do. We were actually talking about that today.
Have fun.
For those who don't know, last week I wrecked my car.
I know.
And
so sad.
It's my fault. What happens? That's why you have insurance. And so,
True.
I got a rental car to travel on vacation, and the rental car, the gas tank is in the opposite side. So it took 2 stops at gas stations for me, and the indicator's there.
Yeah.
But I'm so used to going to it's on the passenger side. Mine's on the driver's, and now the car I'm using now also is on the passenger side. Before then, I thought they were all on the driver's side. And
Oh, that's interesting.
because I like every car I had rented since I've had mine, for a long time, has been on the driver's side. I haven't seen one on the passenger side in forever, and so I'm just so used to it on the driver's side. But nope, I looked at the arrow.
I think all of mine have been on the driver's side.
Right?
I've had both, but I've also
you swing
had a
both ways,
steering
baby.
wheel on the other side,
Oh, that's fair.
That's fair.
living overseas. So
Okay, so we're gonna go. Okay, so I did that one. Just cross them off. I'm trying to mix them up between sad and happy. So let's talk about the Space Shuttle Challenger that blew up 73 seconds after takeoff.
Yep.
Yeah, I was in 3rd grade. That
Yep,
that
that's okay.
that was
that was my 10th grade year. So that would have been the fall.
It's February 86.
Oh no. Okay, was I in the 10th grade in '86?
I like she's asking you, Scotty. No.
I'm 44,
I'm 49.
and so that makes you 5 years older than me.
Right.
So you were.
I graduated in '90, so I would have been a freshman in '86.
You're probably in the 8th grade.
Yeah.
I thought I was in high
If
school.
you graduate 90 is 80, 89, 90. So 88, 89, 87, 86. So you would have been at the end of your sophomore. No, wait.
No.
I was
No,
a
I would've been
freshman.
Freshman,
I was
you're
a
a
freshman.
freshman.
Yeah, I
There
was
you
a
go.
freshman.
All right.
So anyway,
There you go.
that blew up, killing all 7 crew members. Tens of thousands of children were watching the flight live because a teacher was a member of the crew. It was Krista McAuliffe.
Krista McAuliffe.
Thank you, McAuliffe.
Bless your heart.
I'm trying
Do
my
you
best.
remember where you were?
I was in school when I heard it. I believe that I want to say we were watching it at school.
Right.
And that's why I was trying to remember what school.
'Cause
My
I think
freshman year, I attended 2 schools.
Right.
And so I was trying to remember what school I was attending. And I don't remember which school it was.
Right.
Because that's one of the
Reasons.
things that everybody was watching when it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
It was a
that's
big
what I'm
deal.
saying. I
So-
believe we were watching it
So
in the classroom.
prior to 9/11, this was our
Yeah.
where you were when Kennedy was
Yep.
shot.
Yeah.
And so, so I was in the 3rd grade. This is where I know I was in 3rd grade. So I was in 3rd grade, and the end of my 2nd grade year, my school burnt down.
Oh, wow.
And so I spent my 3rd grade year in a church. The school church let the school use it for classrooms, and so that's where I went to school at. And so we didn't get to watch it because we didn't have the equipment to
Because you were in a church.
we were in a
Right.
church, so we didn't get to watch it. So when I got on the bus, because it's the biggest news story ever, because Krista McAuliffe was the first civilian to go into space.
Yeah.
Everybody's been astronauts. This is a civilian, and it was a year-long research program. There was a bunch of teachers. I mean, it was a whole big deal.
It was.
And I'm like, it was huge. And so we were all excited. First civilian going into space. And back then, I wanted to be an astronaut before I found out that, they didn't fight aliens and carry lightsabers. And I was like, oh, I want to make a movie. Okay, that's what I want to do. And so I remember getting on the bus and asking, oh, how was the shuttle? And they were like, oh, it blew up. And I didn't believe them because I was on the bus, and I remember getting off the bus and going to my aunt's house who had cable, and we watched it on CNN.
Oh gosh.
And so I'm clear as day.
That's super sad.
Or she didn't have cable satellite because there was no cable.
It was really sad. I want to say that there's a commemorative coin coming out
Yeah.
with her. I saw in one of the magazines at work.
That'd be really nice. Well, for a pick-me-up, let's talk about a food packing plant owner in California that came up with the baby carrot as a way of not wasting misshapen carrots.
Oh,
I know, and it took off. It was
I
a big
eat
hit.
baby carrots all the time.
I do too.
That guy was like, no one will buy these ugly carrots, but if I
I'm
cut
gonna
them
make
down,
you tiny and adorable.
cut them down and call them babies, people will eat babies.
Okay, I am this old that found out that they were not just grown that way. I'm serious.
High five!
I
Justina
learned
brings in a
something
new
today.
fun fact for her.
You're welcome.
I really thought that they were baby carrots.
Nope.
It also proves the marketing trick that if you throw a baby on it, everybody will love it.
There
Same
you go.
thing. Carrots, Yoda.
All right. Well,
Mop.
camcorders started to become a regular household item in 1986, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll do one more bad one, and then we're going to play the leading men game.
Okay.
The term going postal originated from a mass shooting committed by, it's not funny, by U.S. Postal Service employee Patrick Sherrill in an act of workplace rage. And he killed 14 people in his rampage.
That's terrible.
That's
Yeah.
where going postal comes from.
We had a rash of postal office workers in the mid '90s going crazy. It was but mostly post office workers. It was crazy.
Now we're the ones that want to go off on them.
Right.
Okay,
Where's
so
my
I think
package?
for the most part, I'm past all the bad ones. So what do you guys think was the cost of a Super Bowl ad in 1986?
What was the last year that we did?
It was.
Last year.
It was 92.
Yes. So
Yeah.
the last one was
Mario. we did
850,000, and it was in 93.
93.
93, yeah.
93. Okay, so in 86, I would say $275,000.
I'll go 325,000.
350.
350.
$550,000.
Gosh.
Oh.
So it went up 300,000 in 5 years,
No,
Okay.
Wow.
6 years,
I like
7 years.
Caleb Price had writing me at that.
Right?
Yeah, he really did do that. That was low. That was a low blow, man. All right, 1986. Who were the leading men in Hollywood hunks? I have 4.
Okay, Johnny Depp.
No.
Oh,
Pre Johnny Depp. I think
Was
we're,
it?
Yeah, 21 Jump Street we learned was 87.
I like
That's
that they
right.
kind of talk you through the films and timeline. That's
Thank
fun.
you. Thank you.
Well-
You know, I drank a lot in high school, guys. You know, so it all runs
Opposed to
together.
now.
She didn't know what grade she was in.
Also,
we understand.
I was a student and in AP classes, so booyah.
much like Popeye and his spinach was you and your vodka.
It was. It was. No, if I had not drank in high school, I would have just taken over the world. So
That's
there's
what-
that.
I do believe that. I do believe that.
Let me think. 80. Who did I think? Who is that kid? Michael J. Fox.
No, but there is a Michael.
Michael Keaton.
No.
Hold on. I'm trying to think of other
You said
Michaels.
Keaton. Keaton was my Michael.
Michael Jackson.
No.
Keaton just didn't work for me because like
Hold
that was
on.
like
I
during
know.
his Mr. Mom days.
Okay, hold on now.
Yeah, that's prior to Beetlejuice, yeah. Michael Landon.
No.
He was on Highway to Heaven at this time. He's up there with the G.O.D.
I guess so.
I don't know the
I'm
Michael.
trying to think.
We can
How
guess
about
more
Kirk Cameron? Is there a Kirk Cameron on there?
See,
No.
Kirk Cameron would have been kind of been on my
Yeah.
list.
No. John Stamos.
No.
Tony Danza.
No. This is kind of fun. I know none of these people. So.
I would know all of them.
That's the best part of this game. She's like, we
No,
can be
no.
like John Smith. She'd be like, no.
Michael Douglas.
No.
Oh, right. Romancing
Oh,
with
yeah.
Stone.
I
Yep.
know. That's what
Right,
I'm
right,
thinking.
yeah.
Proud of y'all.
Okay.
Kurt Russell?
idea who
But
that is.
no.
Harrison Ford.
No.
Oh, man, I am.
Tom Selleck.
No.
Selleck would also be on my list. I'm out.
know.
I'm out.
I
Yeah.
have no idea.
We've named all the hot
Okay.
guys in the 1980s. I don't know.
Anything else you want me to
Mark
start?
Harmon
No, but it was enough of like a closeness to the.
to make you look.
Yes.
Oh wow.
So Paul Newman.
God, we keep
He's
forgetting.
so old. But
Yeah, we keep forgetting.
But-
Color,
never-
color
Color
money.
Money.
Yep.
The color money.
So
yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise
Tom
is on
Cruise,
there too.
Color
Tom
Money.
Cruise,
Color
yeah, I
Money.
had to think.
Well done.
And Top Gun.
And Top
This
Gun.
is Top Gun's year.
Yeah.
Now you're missing
Val
Michael
Kilmer.
And nope, there's
Oh.
a Michael and there's a Mickey.
Mickey Rourke.
Yes.
9.5 weeks.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah.
That was before his plastic surgery, and he was hot.
He was a good looking man.
9.5 weeks is great, by the way. You should
Nine
watch
and a half
that
weeks?
movie. Just watch it.
Okay.
Watch that movie.
It's kind of horny.
Kind of horny. It's horny.
I was going to go with sexy, but I was like, no, it's really horny. It's a really,
It's
it's a pretty horny movie.
It's a naughty movie.
He's
Okay.
naughty.
Okay, and there's a
Michael.
Michael. We're still missing this Michael.
Last name starts with an H.
Michael.
I can't even tell you what they're in because I have
Paul.
no idea. No.
Michael. See, I don't know. Michael.
I don't know.
Hutchins.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Who's
Okay.
that?
I think he was on General Hospital all the time. He did that. He did.
I had never even heard of him. Okay.
That was fun.
It was something.
That was.
The Broadway show of 1986 was Me and My Girl from August 10th to December 31st.
Okay.
And let me see. I have one more. This is a random one that I don't know, it just kind of threw me a little bit. While working as a marine biology teacher in 1986, Stephen Hillenburg was asked to create an educational comic about I'm not going to be able to read this. Anthropomorphized sea life. He later adapted the characters within it, such as Bob the Sponge, into one of the most popular and longest running
Yes.
children's series
Yes.
of all
Yep.
time.
Oh.
1986.
Yep.
My brothers and sisters watched that. I say sisters, I have one sister, but my brothers watched that when
I'm
I
about to kick
babysat,
myself.
and I don't remember it from when
cut-
I was little.
Well,
Spell
'cause-
Michael. Spell real quick. Go back. Spell Michael's last name.
Hutch.
Yeah, I was gonna kick myself. Oh, he's the lead singer in NXS.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm kicking myself. Like
Yeah.
I kept thinking he was the guy who sang
See,
Rock
I'm
On.
always thinking. I was always thinking actors, and I didn't
Yeah.
even. I didn't
don't
even
know.
go to musicians.
I was confusing him
Yeah.
with Michael Damian.
What year did he die?
He must have been a Hollywood hunk.
No, he was a
97.
musician.
I know, but it's under leading men in Hollywood hunk.
Yeah, he 97.
So either way, it's listed like it would be actors.
But you also got to think this is the mid '80s, so it's like the
videos?
the music video
Yeah,
is the thing.
Oh.
And this is
Yeah.
also when
Yeah.
a lot of musical artists are trying to make the crossover into acting too at the same
Maybe
time.
he tried to do something.
Apologize to Michael Hutchinson's family for confusing him with Michael Damian.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm kind of ashamed of that one. All right.
So I was just a little surprised that SpongeBob has been in the works since 1986.
That's cool.
Yeah, so a lot of those cartoons are in they develop them forever, and in that case, SpongeBob didn't air till 99, if I remember correctly, or
So it
98.
just started as
I
a
wonder
comic strip.
Yeah.
Later than I thought it was.
I'd like to see some of those originals.
I know that might be fun.
SpongeBob is crazy. I like it.
I do too.
All right. And last but not least, most popular board game. I've never heard of it. Does anybody want to take a whack at it or just throw it on down?
You can throw it down.
Part of me felt like I should have brought a libation to go along with it, but it's not my job. We're talking about Fireball Island, people. Artist and toy designer Bruce Lund and Chucky Kennedy created Fireball Island. You have it! I was looking too!
God!
That's
You have
fantastic.
that?
I went and looked. All right.
Holy crap!
Hold it up and go to the other camera.
Which has players take the roles of treasure hunters, a game of both luck and
I've
skill.
gotta play this
Players attempt to take the jewel of ancient idol Volcar using drawn cards to foil other players' progress. Fireballs are the biggest obstacle in the game. That is so cool that you had it, because I've literally never heard of it before ever.
And we have the expansion.
I got the expansion too.
Have you played this game?
No, they're sealed.
I know, like in life, have you played them? and then
No.
got
I
them?
always wanted to, and we never got. My parents didn't buy me board games unless they were at the
That's
Goodwill.
fantastic. It feels like this specific movie has so many board games around it right now.
Can't wait.
So Kickstarter did one for Kickstarter years ago, and I bought it, and it's been here.
I don't know where to put it.
Behind. I'll put it where it goes. But yeah, we've had it. It was just behind.
Oh my gosh! Goodbye.
You started mentioning Fireball, and I was like, oh, it's right there.
That's awesome.
It's literally right there.
When we play, every time you
Which
get
was
hit by a
great because
fireball,
I
you're
like the
taking a
fact
shot
that
of
no
fireball.
one knew that. It was
Yes, that's a
I don't
great
even know how
idea.
often that might happen in
But
the
yeah,
game, but
if
we're
you
going to
get hit
find
by a
out.
fireball, you have to take a shot of fireball.
we can
If Fireball wants to, and
We're totally gonna do this.
sponsor this podcast, give us a call.
You can do it.
That was a fun moment for
That
me.
was a fun moment, especially because I actually did look before I came
Yeah.
in here. I didn't see it. It might be up there. I didn't see it though.
No, I don't think they have it.
Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed
was
that very
cool.
much. So I'm done. Most of it was a mix of sad and happy.
Brothers and sisters, gather around.
We're gathered, sir.
He called us.
This is your old pal Jack Burton, and boy, do I've got a tale to tell. Just sit right back, my friends, and I'll tell you a tale not of a faithful ship, but of a man and his truck stumbling his way through life and ends up on the wrong side of a Chinese restaurant.
Sing it.
You see, I like it. I like the sing it. That worked out. I ruined the bit, but it worked out fine.
You're welcome.
You see, I was with my friend Wang Chi, and we were playing a friendly game of Fan Tan. I had to look up what the hell they were playing. And let me tell you, by morning, I had won a pretty penny, which Wayne tried to bet double or nothing against some ninja nonsense with a bottle. I won that too. Now, Wayne's into me deep, but he's trying to get his way out of it. Got some story about going to the airport. No way I'm going to let him go on his own. So I give the guy a ride. And he starts telling me some story that he's picking up his girl from China. And I'm having this, it's kind of a mail-order bride situation. But it's much more than that. He's known her from the old days, and he's finally saved up enough money to bring her over and make her his wife. Pretty sweet, I know. But he still needs to pay me my money. We get to the airport, but some street gangs named the Lords of Death show up and kidnap her. Apparently, they were after some Chinese girl, but I guess all Chinese girls look alike to these gangs. So now Wang's out one girl, and I'm out of money. So I help Wang to find these Lords of Death to see if I can get his girl back, and most importantly, my money. Are you following me along?
I'm
yeah.
following
So
you.
far, so good.
I'm waiting for you to
Yeah.
get to the part of the movie that I just got lost, so I can understand
I'm just
what the
sad
hell
that
happened.
you left out the name of your truck, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
real
the Pork
important.
Chop Express?
Yes, the
All
Pork
right,
Chop
there it is.
Express. Mm-hmm.
That's all we want. It's the truck.
We end up in an alley in my truck, the Pork Chop Express. And we get mixed up in this fight between two rival gangs. They got knives, they got sticks, they got revolvers, they got machine guns. It's crazy, and it ends up with these guys named Storms and some sort of wacky powers. So I hightail it out of there, run over a guy who I literally drove through, and it didn't hurt him. And he hit me with some kind of crazy I-beam power, blinded me.
Rude.
With Wang's help, I get my eyesight back, and we run for our lives back to Wang's restaurant.
Dirty street water will do that for you.
Yeah, it
Fix
will.
you right up.
It will. That good Chicago, the San Francisco water. So we get a lot of exposition from Wang's uncle, also this Yoda-looking dude that drives a bus, and the restaurant maitre d' Eddie. Something about Lopan being this immortal evil guy looking for green-eyed women or some junk.
I'm in trouble.
I'm just trying
I'm
to
good.
file a claim on my truck, but typical insurance giving me the runaround. Look, they want your money, but when you got to when they got to pay out, suddenly they don't want to help. Oh yeah, this Sex and the City type lady named Gracie Law comes in with her frumpy reporter friend. Apparently they're entangled in this too. We decide to hit up this brothel because we think Wang's girl's held up there. That doesn't turn out well. Then we hit up this warehouse where Lopan is held up, and well, that just turns out worse. Wang and I are captured as we're dealing with our own stuff, mostly involved Chinese hells. China apparently has a lot of hells. Our friends also get captured trying to rescue us, so Wang and I are on our own. And we have to rescue ourselves and then rescue the others, except on the way out, we got to fight ninjas and whatnots, and then Gracie gets captured again.
Women. Am I
Right? Can't live with them.
She got green eyes too, so Lopan's got a whole I'm going to marry a green-eyed girl thing and become immortal. Now he's got two to choose from. So we got to mount a big old rescue, the third one of our story, for Grace and Wang's girl. Ag Shin, the Yoda guy I mentioned, gathers a dude of Bruce Lee types to help us out. We got to travel this underground, see some crazy stuff, drink this magic potion that makes us better fighters. Long story short, we get the girls, kill the bad guys, and I get my truck back. Now I'm off for another adventure. So it's like old Jack says, when you're staring death in the face and your back's against the wall, well, you know the rest. This is Jack Burton signing off. Credits.
I feel like that said a lot and
Nothing in the
at
sentence.
all.
It didn't explain
Nothing.
anything that I was confused about at all.
Right.
Like, that was my take from the thing.
that
It's like they're saving them
was
again.
like-
They're saving them again.
Every sermon I ever heard growing up when I was forced to go to a Protestant church.
Well done, Scotty.
You're welcome.
What she's
So
saying. Well done.
it's
Thank
like
you.
there's a lot of talking, but I don't understand a damn thing you said.
So, let's start with your questions.
Okay. Again, I have not watched Mortal Kombat. I
Yeah.
kind of was against it because I hated the game. So I was like, I'm not watching that. It's stupid. I don't like the game.
So,
It's not Mortal Kombat.
so just
No,
just-
I know
just
that.
Just to understand the timeline, this predates Mortal Kombat.
Okay. That actually helps because part of me was like, somebody decided because it felt so much like Mortal Kombat.
Right, and
There's a reason for
But
that.
it's like
for that,
from
you will find out
Wish.com.
in the trivia.
It's like the Mortal Kombat from Wish.com is what it felt like. And then somebody else was like, we can just make that ourselves real. And they did it different. I don't know. It was so confusing. And then as soon as you think you have the grasp on it, like it's just a gang, right? It's just gangs. And then they do things with their eyes and people float and they're holding onto a blade and they pass this test of touching a light bulb. And then there's a ball with eyes all over it. And then there's creatures. Like things just kept showing up. I was like, what am I watching?
Have you not seen a John Carpenter movie?
No, I didn't have to
probably-
watch the other one.
This is probably the wackiest of the
I love it, though. I love
it's-
it.
Yeah, I like it's the more Wackiest is not the right word. Fantastical of them all.
You got the
It's
board
also
game.
the one that he had like the least amount of hands of like him creating, other than
yeah.
Like when you got the board game, I was still living with Josh
Right.
because you brought it over and talked about it, and you were
Right.
super excited, wanted to play
Because
it.
I love the movie. And
So
still not played it. We're going to play it soon. But
I went into this movie. I even told Jennifer, I was like, I'm pretty sure Scotty made me watch this movie because I remember us talking about it. So in my mind, I was like, no,
we were
watched
going to
it.
watch it, but we couldn't.
Yes.
There was something that we couldn't. There was,
No, we didn't.
We didn't get to watch it.
I knew for sure once it started if I had watched it or not. And that
Right.
was so I'm going into this like I've probably already seen it. I have my crochet out, like you do, and I'm crocheting. And it got to a point where I was like watching more than crocheting. So I was like, what the f- is happening? Like, I did not
We
see
found
this
a movie that will
film.
make her stop crocheting. That's kind of fun.
What was
That
the
is
other
fun.
one I watched that was complete utter nonsense? It did the same thing. There's a couple times where you just realize you're just staring at the TV because you can't. You can't even.
It was completely opposite at my house. Jamie, asking him about you want to watch one of the podcast movies with me can be hit or miss. So I asked Jamie, I'm like, you want to watch podcast movie with me this week? And he's like, what are we watching? I said,
did you not tell him? You just like
No, I was
just
doing that.
babysit with me.
I said, no, I said, we're watching Big Trouble in Little China. He said, hell yeah. He's like, so it was great.
Movie.
I think it's just another one of those like timepieces where to me I'm so distant from that era of films that it was just too. I don't like. I won't watch it again. I told Jennifer to watch it because I rented it, but I won't watch it.
So, but you were lost at points, and I want to be able to help you out.
Okay.
Where were you lost?
Yeah.
I guess like the whole thing between. I get the gist of it. I get that there's this like old tale and there are these two rival gangs, which it feels like there usually are in Chinese relations. Always like there's gangs that just hate each other. And then this guy wants his truck. I don't know. It was just so much in the middle was weird. It was just weird. So I guess I understood like everything you said. I understood all that.
Right.
They lost the girls. They got to get the girls. They lost the girls. They got to get the girls. They
That's
lost
most of the plot.
It's like,
Lose the girl,
your
get the girl.
princess is in another castle. Like the whole time. But it's so much happened in that weird transition that I don't know. I think it's just too fantastical but normal. Like two gangs and a rival makes sense, and then fighting makes sense.
It's
and
all
then
the
you have
magic stuff
but you're like, but that made sense by itself. You didn't have to add in a rolling ball of
Well,
eyes.
you've got the bad guys and the good guys.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
the thing, though. You've got the bad magic people and the good magic
Did the good magic people have magic creatures too?
No.
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 They didn't have the ugly old weird-looking things.
He's going on a truck ride.
Chewbacca's brother that they keep in the closet. They
Yeah.
don't talk
Yeah.
about
that thing.
Chewbacca's family dirty secret.
He made it out too, though. He's gonna be just fine. He's on the Pork Chop Express.
Pork Chop Express. He's going to be Tuesday's dinner.
So I guess I don't really necessarily have questions. It was just
In the moment, it was weird.
it was very like I get the gist of the movie, but in the moment it was, oh, this is happening. Oh, something else has showed up. So I guess I'm okay.
My biggest thing, and I'd seen it before, but I did not remember the pacing being as weird as it is. Like
It was weirdly paced. It
Yeah.
almost like it's almost like three films trying to start over again. So it's like we give you the exposition, then we start the Avengers, but we have to do. We're going to do we screwed that up, so we're going to have to rescue them again, and we screwed that up, and we have to rescue a third time.
Maybe that's
yeah.
what it is about it.
yeah,
It kind of restarts without restarting.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it almost felt like this plot fits better as a short film.
Or one of them do.
Yeah,
I don't know. I like
like
it.
I feel
But
like
I like weird
because you
stuff.
could probably cut out a
So,
couple of the rescues and it
here's
works.
something I'm going to throw out for all of you, and this might also help with your
Were you gonna say my condition?
I
No,
don't
go ahead and throw
I
it
was gonna
down.
say confusion, but I don't think
Okay.
you're confused. I think it's more like this is the wrong word, but like uncomfortable because it seems.
No,
like,
I guess that would work.
because it seems kind of off.
Yes.
Who do you think the main character is?
Oh, I don't know. Because you think it's homeboy with the truck, but then again, like the ladies, but then his friend that's with him all the time, like,
So
Are you going to ask
or
all
the
of us?
old guy with
because
no
the
skin.
Yeah.
I think it's the bus driver.
So- So I want to throw something here. I
forgot all about him.
like you kind of think at first, like because I've already seen it before, but I forgot how not important he was. But I guess I'll let you reveal first because we talked about it.
So, at the core of the story, it's Wang's story.
Yeah.
Wang.
Which one is Wang?
Wang
The
is
best friend.
Is Jack Burton's friend.
Yeah.
Right, that's going to get his fiance.
Because he's got the mission.
Right.
They took his girl. He has to go get his girl. He has to do all the. If you watch Kurt Russell, Jack Burton in this, he just kind of accidentally just is involved, and like he's almost on the periphery of this entire film.
But isn't it like was it Egg Chin, whatever? Isn't he the one telling the story?
You know, he's telling the story,
Yeah, okay.
but like he's telling the story, but it's
Right.
it's ultimately Wang. Like he's telling the story
Okay.
of Wang's adventure.
Wang's adventure.
Right.
But while praising
Wang's
Jack.
World. Wang's
but
World.
also bringing Jack in, who's like, and I think he's only doing Jack for the lawyer's sake, honestly, because
Yeah.
he's telling the story to this lawyer, this white
Yeah.
lawyer.
Well, they tried to put it on Jack.
Right.
Maybe it's Jack's insurance.
Right.
It's Jack's
Maybe.
insurance finally.
But if you want, like Jack doesn't succeed in any. He bumbles the rescues.
Do you know what my favorite thing is that he does?
What?
Gets really excited when they're about to fight and shoots the ceiling and
Right,
it knocks
yeah.
him out.
Knocked
Yeah.
himself
Like
out.
seriously, that was one of the parts where I was staring at the TV. I was like, "What is wrong with you?"
My favorite scene of him is that scene because he knocks himself out, and when he comes to him, literally jumps back into frame when everyone else has been like Wayne and the other guys have solved the problem.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're
then-
having a movie on this side of the screen that we don't
He's
see,
just-
and
Yeah.
you get the guy who's just not his movie.
Right.
And then immediately his gun is useless too because it gets disintegrated.
Right, and it's like I think that's why I find it so charming. It's
That's interesting.
because it's not a atypical action film.
No.
Because you would follow the Stallone or Schwarzenegger or the Kurt Russell type to go into battle.
The
but-
loud, obnoxious.
Or the leading man,
Right,
the
yeah.
one that
Yeah.
looks like a leading man.
Right, but our leading man is the Asian guy who's got the mission, and Jack over here is just kind of.
He's just there to get his money.
Right, and he's and it's not that he's not capable because he's very brave. He goes, he's I got a plan. I'm gonna do, but his plans don't work, and he doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother him. Like, oh, this plan's
That's
screwed up. He's like,
interesting.
I'm just going to the next plan. But he's always on the periphery of this story, and the only thing he honestly kind of does is accidentally kill Lopan.
That was fantastic too.
Oh my God.
Where he caught it and just threw it back, and then it was like that was so easy.
I think that's just the magic of the potion.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
It is.
Hey, I'm sort of kind of feeling invincible.
That was
I like
great.
that
And
he
then they're
threw
like,
it, and then it fell, and she like looked at him like, "What the hell, man?"
I like when they're on the elevator though, and they're like, "Man, is it getting kind of hot in here?" Or like they're just waiting for it to open. It felt like there were a lot of lines that were just them improving. Like there
Oh,
was
yeah.
no.
It was hilarious.
And then like
That would be interesting. to
I
watch
forgot how not important he was, and so like start at the beginning with like Ed going like talking about how important he was to saving them, and then immediately you get the scene with the bottle, and the bottle doesn't break, and he's like he catches it like it's magic, and I'm like, oh, is he? I can't remember. Is he magical or something? And
It's
nope.
all in the
It's
reflexes.
all in the reflexes.
All in the reflexes.
And then it kind of goes downhill for his skill
Yeah.
level.
That's
He's
about
a
it.
truck driver.
It's like
though, I
his
mean.
hide is catching this bottle and he's good at gambling. And other than that,
It's all in the reflexes.
terrible at everything else.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to watch it again though, and focus not on him. Like he's just like that annoying person that's always there.
Well, there's a drinking game.
Right.
Okay. All of his stupid lines.
Like,
No.
I think like Eddie, the maitre d', who has a ton of exposition for some reason, is actually kind of like more in the film than Wayne. Like him.
Yeah.
He's more like he's more of the sidekick
he's
to
more
Wang.
the sidekick to Wayne than Jack Burton is, and so it's just
Jack's
like,
just there for his money.
Jack's in a separate movie
He is.
where he thinks he's the hero, but he's not. He is like when you're playing video games with your younger brother and you just unplug the controller and like
Oh my
yeah
gosh.
oh yeah you're playing oh yeah because
You're totally doing
Right.
what that character's doing.
right exactly, and he believes you.
That's fantastic.
That's Jack Burton in this movie.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I have to watch it again. I got it for another like 36 hours.
There you go.
24 hours? I don't know. I don't know how long it's
Something
been.
like that.
48 hours depending on when you get 48 hours with it once you've started. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was this morning.
So.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I can watch it that soon.
What's some stuff you liked at it?
Oh
like
God!
a lot
I
of
mean, I giggled through the whole thing. I mean, it's one of those fun. it's the kind of movie that I like. It's got action. It's fun. There's it's cheesy. You don't. For me, it was something I didn't have to think about.
Right.
You know, it was easy for me to follow along. I guess because my mind works that way. It's just kind of all over the place, and I love that kind of. I used to grow up watching those, kung fu movies.
Okay.
Anyway,
Right.
and which were supposed to be serious, but
Yeah,
so
they're
it was
kind of silly.
But they're silly. But I don't know. There's so many parts of it that I think are just great. I I don't know if I can narrow it down to a favorite part. I love Kim Cattrall in it. I thought she was fantastic, especially, when she was playing like she was, asleep or under the spell.
Right.
She was, it was just great.
I love Kurt Russell and Kim Cattrall's chemistry in this.
Yeah,
'cause they've got
they
this
were
very
great.
much this 1930s His Girl Friday kind of thing going on. This little
They do.
and
And then he doesn't even take her with him.
It's
It's
just
like he
like,
leaves her.
Get a bigger truck, and he's like, I don't know.
No, because the hero gets the girl.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not the hero.
He's not the hero.
They didn't even get a kiss. She's like, you gonna kiss me goodbye? No.
No.
Bye.
No. The hero gets the girl. He's not the hero. That's the
Yeah.
best part of this movie. He
It's
just kinda
great.
stumbles his way through it. It's just made me like. I want to talk about the storms.
They were great.
The storms.
I love the storms.
Okay.
So
They were fun.
Rain, lightning, and thunder.
Yep.
And I love lightning because
That's Raiden.
it's basically but it's when he shows up and he's got the tongs that suddenly just kind of spin like.
Oh no.
And the fight is the dumbest damn thing in the world. And the fight they bring I mentioned this in the sermon, but they literally, if you look at the weapons in that fight, it's sticks and knives, and then this guy brings out an AK-47. And I'm like, well, you've just won.
I know.
And then you got the cowboy one who's got the two revolvers and just like.
It's not Asian weapons. It's crazy.
I was like, where's the guy with the chainsaw? Because that's what we're missing. We're
Right.
missing
Or flamethrower.
flamethrowers. We're missing
Oh.
that. It kind of just escalated to that.
Yeah.
I like when lightning flies down. He's literally holding onto a bolt of lightning and flying, landing. I think it's great. I love it. Just,
So cheesy.
It is cheesy.
and then there's Thunder who gets mad and blows himself up.
That's
Right?
the one that got bigger.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just blew
It's
himself
kinda-
up.
you
It's kind of like watching a child have a tantrum. And
Yeah.
so he's like, I lost.
Like, he's not gonna stop. We should back up.
Yeah,
we should
we're
go. He's not gonna stop.
We're just gonna leave.
We're
Yeah.
gonna
We just
go.
randomly killed that guy. He's gonna kill himself.
Also, how you deal with a child with a tantrum. You just
just leave him there.
leave him
Just
there.
leave him there. He'll get through it. It's fine.
And then I like Lopan and Eggshawn playing basically Magic Nintendo with their
Right.
thumbs making the.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god.
I'm glad you found a new movie that you had not seen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because there's not that, apparently all the Spike Lee movies, but other than that, there's not a lot that I haven't seen. And I still don't know how I missed this movie.
I don't either because it's.
Because I watched other stuff. I watched action movies
Right.
back then, so I don't know.
So spoiler, not a spoiler, but just a kind of a hint to the end of the episode. But it did not do well, and
That might be why.
It main reason why it didn't do well is because Fox got this movie back and we're like, oh, how do we market this?
What is this?
What is this? Is it? Me and Kayla were talking about this off air. Is it
comedy?
Is it a comedy, action comedy? Is it a martial arts film? Is it a supernatural thriller? What is this? 'Cause
Yes.
they don't. Right. And it's like yes, it's that.
Yes.
So much like when it reminds me of how Warner Brothers couldn't figure out how to market Sucker Punch
yeah.
Okay.
Right.
because it's so like we
It's
don't
so
know what
many
to do.
things.
Is it a drama? Is it a
Right.
fantasy?
Exactly. And so
Musical?
so Sucker Punch suffered from the same reason. It's bad marketing.
Love Sucker
Oh
Punch.
yeah, we did.
I like the director's cut.
I did too.
More John Hamm.
We saw Sucker Punch in the theaters together.
Yeah, we did.
We so.
We didn't go to the theaters.
This was a while ago.
This is
Okay.
before we had
I know we
podcasts.
watched
This
it.
is
I was
before we
like,
had-
we didn't. That's not when they re-released, right?
No,
That we
no,
saw. I
no.
didn't think so.
But we did this when it aired, when it first launched.
That's fun.
Yeah, first release.
That was a good movie.
But and the Beholder,
Oh yeah.
which is the eyeball,
eyeball
thing.
Yeah.
thing.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. He just stabbed it.
I like that he shoots it and they're all staring at him. He's like, you didn't think to try that?
Just
Had an eyeball in his tongue. It was licking itself. It was
It's
so
like,
it was weird.
Beholders are in Dungeons and Dragons, but they're just usually one giant eye.
right.
And so
They're
it's
like, just put lots of eyes on it. We can't. It's not copyright if you put lots of eyes.
It looked
on
like
Lots of eyes.
it looked like a beholder that had been licked and then rolled around in like corner floor fuzz for
Oh
a
my
while.
God.
And
You just glued more googly eyes to it.
yeah, right. And just
better.
like, that's what it looked like to me. It's like, that just looks nasty.
See, this is what beholders cosplay as at Halloween parties or conventions.
Dust bunnies.
So,
Googly eyed dust bunnies.
I like this film. It is. I hadn't seen it in a minute. I have. Actually, not. I watched it during the like when the pandemic started. I went through a Carpenter rewatch during that, and so I watched it during that. But I'm surprised for me, it's just how well it holds up. And I don't think I first saw it until like late '80s, early '90s on video.
Okay.
But it's one that the more I watch, the more it grows on me, because it's just so.
Like more Easter eggs you see or randomness or
Right,
something.
but it's also like, and the jokes, like I think my favorite line, and I'm paraphrasing because I'll say bad, but it's it's when he's on doing his speech on the CP radio at the end of the movie, and he's like, when you're back, when your back's against the wall or whatever, and they ask you if have you paid your dues? Yes, sir, I've paid my dues.
Mm-hmm.
The check is in the mail. It's such a great line.
The check is in the mail.
It's just a wonderful line. I wish I could figure out how to incorporate it every day. Just can't. Libations?
Yes. So I had to make a last minute change of plans with the libations because what I wanted to get, what is usually available, and it is not available. And I went to 3 different places, including an Asian place. I was looking for the Peking beer, which you can get, which is what they were drinking.
Right.
Okay.
While they're playing the game. And I thought, we'll try that, Could not find it. And then the people at the Asian place that I stopped at, because they were the last place, I'm like, surely they'll have it. They said they have not even been able to get it in. So
wow.
it was a Chinese establishment, and they're like selling Japanese beer because distribution issues. So I decided to go for a plan B.
Okay.
Since I have actually lived in Asia, Japan specifically, we're going to drink a Japanese beer.
Okay.
Try it out. One of the ones that I used to like when I lived there. And then we're going to do a shot of soju, which is a Korean beverage, which has trashed many a Marine.
Challenge accepted.
So I figured
Admiral.
we will try our Asian beer and our shot, which is going to be our 6 demon bag, so we can get strong and magic powers.
Yes.
And fight well.
So who are we fighting after this? Who do we need to go fight? Because we're going to have powers. How long do they last? Doesn't matter. What do we need to do?
I also like when they're in the underground.
I did find something in a green bottle though.
Oh, that's good. I do like when
That's a soju. Never mind.
they're on the underground and the monster eats the guy, and Action throws the thing and says, "You shall not come back again." And Jack's like, "What? What shall not come out again? What?
Can you run one to Caleb?
I sure can. I'll take this one.
Will you please put this beside her? I should have given you a shot too.
I'll wait.
Okay. So when we watch a Japanese movie, I'll make sure to get the Chinese beer. And no, I'm just kidding.
Just flop it around.
Hey, I do what I can. I was very disappointed though. Yeah, apparently the lady at the Asian market I went to said they were having problems getting it for a while. So
I wonder if it has anything to do with everybody else's distribution issues.
Yeah.
here we go, ma'am.
Probably.
You'll take that.
Pouring drinks. if you want to watch this riveting video, you can check us out on Mopcast Network on YouTube.com/Mopcast Network.
Okay.
Again, that's YouTube.com/Mopcast Network to watch us pass drinks around.
That's right.
I don't know how I looked when I walked in front of the
So-
camera, so hopefully it was good.
They had 2 flavors of the soju. They,
Mushroom and
no, there's no
oh
mushrooms.
my gosh.
They had the original and one that said fresh.
Oh,
so
nice.
original and fresh.
Okay. She was
I
like,
don't know
fuck
what fresh-
original. We're going fresh.
I don't know what fresh tastes like, so shall we?
Can I smell it first?
We're going to do the shot first because I'm sure we'll have to chase it with the beer.
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
It smells fresh.
Yeah, I can smell the strength of it. Yep.
Okay, so
I cleaned my bathrooms all day. My hands still smell like bleach, so I can
cheers
smell
to a good fight.
Okay, cheers. That wasn't bad.
Tastes like pure grain alcohol.
Yep.
I actually did not have a hard time with that shot.
Really, to me, it tastes like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
Like-
it
like
smelled
literally.
like that. It smelled a little bit like
Like
that.
stuff you can get
All I can
out
smell
of.
is the bleach hands.
Like it's literally what you put on you when you have a boo boo.
Feels good on the inside. It feels good on the inside. Let me try
You
this
like
beer
it?
now. I don't
Here,
know. It didn't
pass
bother
it
me at
over to
all.
her, soju girl.
I'm gonna go to drink it later when my hands don't smell like bleach. I'm gonna smell it, and it's gonna throw everything off.
You need to take it home to Derby
So
Wife.
this is a
Okay.
Korean beer.
You're trying it?
Yeah, I got.
Oh,
I'll
good.
put some beer in there.
Good.
Like a
You
shot.
don't want to try the soju?
No, just
No, this is actually
Smells like
Japanese
just
beer.
Japanese beer.
Because
soju,
this is what
soju was the Korean.
Korean.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
backwards.
soju is Korean.
Super dry.
This is there is a Thailand option too, but I had never been there, so I figured I'd stick to places I've been. So
I'm going to Thai for
That's
a thing.
All right. Cheers.
cheers.
Mazel. Seriously, not bad.
It tastes like a domestic beer.
Yeah, I mean it's a good beer. I mean, you know, that you can just enjoy.
Just like a basic beer. It's not
Yeah.
something fancy or flashy.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
those are there. All right,
Are you ready for some apocrypha?
let's do it.
So Dennis Dunn was not John Carpenter's first choice to play Wang Chi.
Oh,
All right.
but he did so well.
Yeah. Who was his first choice?
Oh God. I can't.
I was
I have no
surprised.
idea.
I was surprised at this because I thought he came to the United States.
Jackie
much-
Chan.
Yes, much
That's the
later.
only one I could think
Oh wow!
I thought he came later. So Jackie Chan's first had been in a couple American films. Battle Creek Brawl in 1980, The Protector in 1985. He was also in Cannonball Run 2.
Oh, I remember him in Cannonball Run too. I remember that.
But they did not perform well in the United States, so Jackie Chan got mad and went back to Hong Kong. He was like, I'm
Yeah.
just making movies there. And then he, after the success of his the Police Story from 85, he wanted to bring him in. But Jackie Chan declined because he was like, the Americans don't get me.
Yeah.
And so it's
That
not gonna work.
seems like a movie he would do well with
Right.
after the ones he did with what's his face.
Right, it's a different.
Chris Rock.
Yeah, it's a different movie with Jackie Chan. I think I don't know if it would be
It would
better,
be-
but a different movie.
He would have been the comedy relief, and I forgot to tell you about the drinking game. Can I go back
Yes,
just
yeah,
one
of course.
second? Because you're going to rewatch this,
Maybe.
That's a no.
Think about no. Think about this.
She's being polite.
Think about this for a moment. The drinking, and I try to look up. Some movies actually have established drinking games, and this is one of them.
Next time we need to look at
We
these
should
and
just
then like share
add
them.
drinking games to the show.
Let's do it.
So libations and drinking games is now your
Okay, great.
your department.
Great, I got that.
And then we could play it while we're watching
So
it.
this reminds me very, very much of the Boondock Saints drinking game, which I actually beat our fan and listener Princess one time at.
Oh,
He passed out, and I
princess.
Do you have a princess?
did not. Thomas.
Oh, princess?
It's his nickname.
Okay. That will be the second princess that we will have on the show.
Is it because you're the first?
No, our first one will
Girl.
be coming up soon.
Oh wow.
And now
No.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
He earned that when he was a hasher, that name. But anyway.
Princess earned his when he was a boy.
Oh wow, no, Thomas was not a. Anyway,
He's
long
still a real
story
boy.
short, it's hardcore.
Princess is also oh my God, both princesses are listeners to the show.
That's awesome. We have two
We have
princesses.
two princesses.
That's amazing.
We're just
Your princess is in another castle.
So if
we're just as good as a Spin Doctor song.
if my princess is
I'm sorry,
listening-
that's a funny joke.
it is.
I'm just at this point trying to see how many times you're going to cut off what she's trying to say.
I'm sorry.
One more time?
He had a sip of beer, Stephanie.
Let me know when you're done.
he doesn't drink anymore.
I just had to get the Spin Doctor's bit out. I giggled. Continue.
Okay, if my princess is listening, I have a new drinking game for us.
Our princess.
Our princess, but the one in particular. A time for you maybe can, earn back some more respect and see if you want to rematch me. It's easy. You drink every time Jack asks a question.
Fuck. That's like the one takeaway from that is he's constantly like if it's back-to-back questions, does it count as one or is that like two?
Okay, well, can we play games that will not, cause alcohol poisoning?
Well, the Boondock Saints one is you drink every time someone is killed or someone says fuck.
Yeah, alcohol poisoning.
So,
Man,
Okay.
there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Part of me wants to go back and just count.
I think you should count.
We need to start doing these like before we watch them, like looking them up, and then we can all do them when we watch them and come back and talk about how well we did.
Then I don't know if I'd make it through the whole movie.
Fair.
Well, if we're sipping,
Fair.
do a sip every time, maybe just for prosperity.
Tally it up. I don't know. That'd be fun.
It would be fun.
We'll have to start doing it around Scotty so that he can monitor and be like, you guys pass out at this time and you pass out at this time. Try our
it.
best.
We'll do more watching the movies together.
That's
we
it.
really should.
yes, we should definitely do that. All right.
Are we on to trivia now?
No, we're
Yeah.
still doing
We were on the Apocrypha.
Oh, Apocrypha. That's what I mean.
I had
So
something-
what was the thing we were just talking about? Because it led to multiple things that we were talking about.
the last
Jackie
thing
Chan.
Jackie Chan was
Jackie
last.
Jackie Chan. I'm sorry.
So because we talk casting in this.
Yep.
I do think that he would have taken the spot off of Jack a little bit because I
He
don't
would've
think
been-
he's as doled down as the person who played that character, and you wouldn't have gotten that juxtaposition.
yeah,
as much.
you would have had two alphas.
It would have
trying to-
it would have became much more obvious that it's Wang's story if
Yeah, I think so too.
So Kurt Russell was John Carpenter's only choice for the lead role. I don't believe that, but that's what the trivia says. I think otherwise. The studio suggested 3 other people.
Tom Cruise.
No.
They are both elder statesmen of acting now, and they were pretty much well established then with
Oh, I thought you
long
looked at me.
careers. Both of them with very long careers. They were in the 80s were really hitting their prime. Oscar winners,
Okay.
one more so for directing than the other now. I think the other one's actually,
John Travolta.
The other one's like a 5-time Oscar. He's either a nominee or a winner. He's won a lot.
The only one I can think of that directs is Ron Howard.
No,
What about the
older
than that?
older like
Older gentleman.
older gentleman.
He wanted an old man.
No, you want to know? He would.
Is it 86?
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood.
He does direct now.
He also wanted Clint
Yeah.
Eastwood for Escape from New York.
Yeah.
Which is why Kurt Russell is basically doing Clint Eastwood as
Yeah.
Snake Plissken.
Right. I noticed that. Yeah.
And that.
Is this the first film he made with Kurt Russell?
no,
Second.
this would
Second.
be
Third.
no
Third.
He likes Kurt Russell.
Fourth.
So he
Third.
does like
This is
him.
his third.
He did
He's done
Escape from New
4.
York.
He-
He did the thing. He did.
Escape
Oh,
from
that's
LA.
right.
The thing.
You're right. I forgot about the thing. Elvis.
Oh, you're right. Third,
Yeah.
because Escape from the other Escape hadn't been done
so
yet.
This is Elvis was his first one with Kurt Russell because with Kurt is Elvis.
Oh yeah.
Then
yeah,
he did.
Yeah, so four,
then
yeah.
he did Escape from New York. Oh no, the thing Escape from New York. This is the 4th one, and then he did Escape from. So he's been working with him 5 times. The Elvis one I always forget because it was a TV movie, but that's the first
It was
time.
Escape and then
So
the thing.
You gotta
But yeah.
understand where Kurt Russell was at his career. If you don't remember, Kurt Russell is a product of the Disney.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
started in Disney films.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he's in like the Computer Wore Tennis Shoes. He's all these Disney cute movies. And in fact, when Escape New York,
And he was adorable as a
Right,
kid.
right.
He was on Gilligan's Island.
right, and so he was in a bunch of Disney like kid movies growing up, and so. Well, now he's like in his late 20s, early 30s. I'm a man. I want to do man parts. And so Escape from New York is this gritty film, and this is his departure from that. Fun fact: he had 2 movies that year. Escape from New York and The Fox and the Hound. He was the voice of in Fox and the Hound. So he still couldn't escape the Disney.
Who was he in the Fox and the Hound?
He was Copper.
He's Copper. He's Copper.
No.
Yeah.
You didn't know he's not.
Yeah, he's Copper.
Listen.
Listen.
The Fox and the Hound.
Knowledge of her.
The Fox and the Hound is a fantastic, amazing movie
It's very
that I have
sad.
never watched as an adult and don't think I ever will because I don't think I could handle it.
Right. It's the.
I really as a kid it was hard and nothing got me as a kid because I was like a cold stone.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. Yeah. It's
my fragile heart.
Friendships end. It's just it's a tough one.
But it's and then she has to leave him in the God.
Yeah. It's a tough one.
They have to go across the train track.
The sad songs and
Now I
everything.
have to watch it though just so I can see Kurt Russell. Hear Kurt Russell.
So Clint Eastwood. So who would be Clint Eastwood's contemporary?
I'm trying to think, and I know this.
You and I have been in a stage adaptation of one of his Oscar-winning roles.
Is it somebody I would know?
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Yes,
Interesting.
Yeah.
he's amazing too.
The third was Jeff Bridges because Carpenter had just finished working with Jeff Bridges and Starman,
Yeah.
which Bridges got an Oscar nomination for.
I can see Jeff Bridges maybe. I cannot see.
Because Jeff Bridges makes the most sense because he's like relatively about the same kind of career as Kurt Russell at
I
that
don't
point.
see 80s Jeff Bridges as Jack Burton.
No, but
I
get why they
dude
talked about
as-
Right.
But
I know the dude.
But I get why he was in the talks.
Right.
Right, but Clint Eastwood and Jack Nicholson are way too serious to have done this movie. I think. I can't.
And personally, for me, too old.
They weren't
even
old
then?
back then, though.
But even then, they were.
Jack Nicholson was still. I mean, he did. What was? I love the movie.
He's
What
in
can't
his
they?
50s.
I mean, technically,
But what
he was
was
a
the
truck
movie
driver.
with
Those tend to
with
be
Cher
older
and
people.
we had he's the devil.
Oh, Witches of Eastwick.
Yes, love
Yeah.
that movie. So he was still doing pretty. I mean, he's a great actor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No. Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
I mean,
When was The Shining? 80. It was 80s.
80.
Yeah.
80.
So it wasn't. I mean, still just
I'm curious how many Oscars that he's got because I think it's up there. I think
I also believe that Shelley Duvall was creepier in The Shining than Jack Nicholson is.
So he's got 3 Oscars.
3?
Yeah. So it's Cuckoo's Nest. As Good as It Gets was his last one,
Which
Yeah.
I like that.
and
one.
then
That is good. My mom's favorite. I
Terms
think.
of Endearment.
I've never seen that movie.
But he won. So he was nominated for Easy Rider, 5 Easy Pieces, The Last Detail, Chinatown, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Reds, Terms of Endearment, Prince's Honor, Ironweed, A Few Good Men, As Good as It Gets, and then his last one was About Schmidt.
He should have won one for A Few Good Men. He did great in that.
Who was? So that was 93. Who wins that year? So 93 is it's Pacino's.
Yeah.
So
Was that,
Sin of a Woman?
Sin of a Woman. So
Yeah.
it's Pacino's because the Oscars will do this thing if you're a celebrated actor and you just haven't quite won yet.
Yeah, they'll eventually just find a movie that you
For you to
did
win.
decently
right
well
like,
at and
like
go.
Leo wins for
The Revenant.
The Revenant, which is not his best film.
No.
It's not his best
not-
film.
he-
It's
not his
also a
best-
terrible film.
It's also not his best acting.
Right, but he wins for it. Pacino's fine in Sin and the Woman. Actually, he's also nominated. He's nominated twice that year.
Right.
He's also nominated for Glengarry Glen Ross, which he's amazing in. That's Ricky Ramo, in that. And so they give him the kind of we'll just give it to you. So
I would hate that. Like if they gave me something where I'm like, I know I did better in that one. Like that would kind of.
I'm wrong.
But it also
I would not complain about
depends-
having it.
It also
but-
depends on what
Oh.
other movies are up against you.
Oh,
Yeah.
True.
I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Nixon was nominated for Best Supporting in that year. So
Yeah,
so
it wouldn't have been.
Best Actor. So
Yeah.
the winner of the Best Supporting was Gene Hackman in Unforgiven.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
So this is this is
A Few Good Men is
Yeah.
it's a supporting role. What
Right.
he has.
And so
It was such a good. He did. So good
this
though.
one has the controversy with Jay Davidson being nominated for The Crying Game, and they didn't know if he's going to show up as a woman or a man
Oh
for that.
yeah, I remember the Crying Game
Yeah.
and all that controversy.
Yeah.
That was a good movie,
Oh!
actually.
93 is also the year Marissa Tomei wins, and no one's like, really? Marissa Tomei wins for My Cousin Vinny.
Vinny.
And for years, people think that was just that was a mistake. And so, because she's up against, like, actually, she's against a bunch of just, minus Miranda Richardson, she's up against a lot of hoity-toity actresses, so I kind of see how the Academy does that for her. But, yeah, that's funny.
She was so good in that movie, though.
She was. That was our Oscar detour.
But that was not in 86, though, was it? That was
No, those
97.
were ones that were done in
93,
93 because you're talking about Jack Nicholson
Right, right.
when he won.
So what
Yeah.
about in 86? I'm curious.
Yeah, we can look up it.
I kind of want to know now.
86.
Well, it would have been the 87 awards for an 86 movie.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, let's play a game.
All right.
Oh,
Let's do it.
I was about to look it up, so I'm
All
not
right,
allowed
ready?
now.
Yep.
We have talked about in this episode, in your fun facts,
That doesn't help
the
me.
winner
Scott.
of the Best Picture, Best Actor in a leading role goes to
Paul Newman.
Paul Newman for The Color of Money.
There you go.
Okay.
Best Supporting Actor goes to a beloved British actor that we see in mostly recently Christopher Nolan films, but every time
Cumberbatch?
no,
No.
Cumberbatch was like our.
I'm just
he's
saying
like-
things I know,
He
Scotty.
wasn't born. I mean, he was born, but he was little. young.
Was he a Bond at some point?
No,
No,
Do what I can.
I just lost the
Beloved.
name.
but we're always tickled to see him in movies, and comforted by him.
I just-
Morgan Nielsen?
No,
Michael Caine.
Michael. Oh, I
Michael
love
Caine.
Michael Caine.
Everyone's like,
Who's Michael Caine?
I knew. I
I
just
love
couldn't get the
Michael Caine.
name out.
I was trying to think, and I love his little Cockney accent and everything.
Michael Caine.
What does he do?
He's been in-
He's
You know,
Alfred in
I'm pretty sure I
in
do.
in the Christian Bale Batman films. He's
Alfred.
He's Alfred.
he's Alfred.
But
in
he's
those.
been in so many other stuff.
right. He's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of want you to be my grandpa.
He's been in a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
He's still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'll have a grandpa alive, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I could submit that application in the mail.
I don't think y'all get this one, but I'll maybe so. I don't know. The best actress in a leading role.
Uh huh.
I think this is right. Yes. So she's very young at the time. She's like, I think she's 22 when she wins. She's one of the younger end
Right.
wins. She's also the first, I think at the moment, only deaf actress or actor Oscar winner.
Oh, I know the movie.
The movie's Children of the Lesser God.
Right, and I cannot remember her name, but I know.
Marley Maitland.
yeah. I remember the
I've never
movie.
heard of
She was dating William Hurt at the same time.
Oh.
Mhm.
And so William Hurt, who's 10 years or 15 years her senior, William Hurt was also up for Children of the Lesser God. He does not win. She wins. And it ruins their relationship because he's mad the fact
Wow.
that she won.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
That's awful.
'Cause-
Yeah.
she-
Was he butt hurt?
yeah, he was William Butthurt.
So good.
Dun-dun-dun.
We just saw the best actress supporting winner in The Lost Boys.
Oh.
Thank you for everybody else struggling because it's usually just me.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Best actress.
Oh, actress. I'm sorry, I'm an actor. Oh,
Oh.
the mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Diane Wiest.
Diane Wiest.
Yeah.
Weast.
Also, a Hogsworth
Wart.
alumni is a nominee.
Hogsworth. But
Wart.
that's
Wart.
fine.
Hogsworth.
Wart.
Wart.
I always screw it.
Hogswort.
Hogsworth.
Hogwarts.
Are we talking about Dumbledore?
Hogwarts.
No, lady.
Minerva. Oh,
Oh.
I just struggled with that way more than I should have.
Come on,
That
give me her
shots.
real name though.
Maggie
Yeah.
Smith.
No,
She-
I was waiting for her.
Yeah, she was the one that had cancer during the filming of Harry Potter. If we're talking about,
She won in '86. She was up for an Oscar.
I know I'm trying to
She
think of
also
like
has an
I
Oscar.
have her first name in my head, but like as a teacher in Harry Potter.
She's in Downton now.
Don't
Abbey
tell
now.
me.
Yeah.
Nobody tell me. Nobody tell me.
Well, he just he just said it.
Well, I'm telling you.
No, not her name. Like her name in the, like
Oh, I'll tell you.
no.
What's
I know her
You
first
know-
name, but
no,
I
no,
can't
he's
think
trying.
of
She's
her
character.
trying to
last name.
The
say
character.
the character name.
Of her.
From Harry Potter.
You want me to tell you?
She's a cat. And she jumps up.
Starts with an M.
And she's like, maybe McGonagall.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, God, that hurt. Thank you.
For Best Actress, we've done this film, and so we rarely get to talk about Oscar nominees in our films. Sigourney Weaver for Aliens.
Oh yeah.
So there's that.
I was watching Galaxy Quest the other night.
And I guess I didn't realize she was in
Sigourney Weaver.
Aliens. I know she's in Stranger Things.
Sigourney Weaver?
No, I'm thinking of somebody else.
Yeah, you
like,
are.
A writer.
I'm like,
Yes.
no,
Yeah.
Sigourney
I
Weaver's
was like,
not
no,
in
that's
Stranger
not
Things.
right. I think that shot's starting to get to me.
You need another one?
I know. No. I have to drive. No.
I'm looking for Best
I don't know, because
Picture.
it was smooth. I could probably drink another one.
Best film editing. Where's Best Picture?
All right.
I'm looking for Best Picture.
Best Picture.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm just, you think.
Well, we can't do that until later anyway, when we do the what's top movies and.
Oh, because y'all won't remember. I've done this podcast enough to know you.
I found it. I know. Okay, I can tell you who's a
Okay,
leading
let's play
character. I got it, so I can put the leading.
You run the game. We'll play together.
Yeah. Okay. So the leading actor for the Best Picture of 1987 had Charlie Sheen.
2 men and a baby.
It also has its poster is this
Yep. It has Willem Dafoe.
doing this.
Yep.
Just want to do that again.
I'm trying.
I mean, it's been spoofed so many times. It's a war movie.
Oh, Platoon.
Yeah,
Yep.
this is
That was a
Platoon.
great movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Platoon
It's
zero.
such a good film.
So what's the other? There it is. I found them.
I remember my stepfather was did 2 tours in Vietnam, and he was would not talk about it. I mean, it was like he just wouldn't talk about it. And Platoon came out, and he saw it, and it disturbed him so much. He said it was at the time the most realistic portrayed Vietnam movie he had ever seen.
Because
Yeah.
Stone's a vet. He was over
Stone,
there.
yeah.
Right. And so, but he he had a hard time watching it. So.
You guys won't get this 'cause I barely remember these films. The second film also nominated were Children of the Lesser God, a movie about deaf people. The Mission, which is fantastic but weird. It's you watch De Niro. It's Robert De Niro and Jeremy Irons, and De Niro plays a Spanish conquistador, and Jeremy Irons is like a Spanish missionary, and it's got like Brazilian natives and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
I think I've seen images of it because
it's
I
got a
remember
beautiful soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's pretty to look at. It's hard to watch more than once, but it's pretty to look at. A Room with a View with McGonagall.
Okay.
McGonagall.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Maggie Smith?
Maggie
Yeah,
Smith.
Maggie
Dame
And-
Maggie Smith.
Dame and Hannah and Her Sisters, which I think is a Woody Allen piece.
Yeah, I
It
think
is.
so.
It is Woody Allen.
She's a badass.
All right, moving on
All right.
for our Oscar deviation. So Kurt Russell confessed in the DVD commentary that he was afraid of starring in this movie because he had made a string of movies that flopped in the box office. When he asked John about it, he told Kurt it didn't matter to him. Just he wanted to make a movie with him. Just come make a movie
Yeah.
with us. All right.
Let's have fun.
All right.
That's what it should be about.
Let's just do it for fun.
Let's just go do it.
So if you look at the logo, and I'll push the logo on the screen, the logo of the movie Big Trouble in Little China, there are some Chinese characters in the main title, and they translate to "Evil spirits make a big scene in little spiritual state."
Okay. That reminds me of the part in the movie where he reads the door and says something like really mysterious. And he's like, "Is that what it says?" No, it says "keep out."
Yeah,
that part was
he's
fantastic.
like hell of boiling water. Or
Yeah,
something like that.
Right.
mystical. And
Yeah,
he's
because
like, really?
earlier they mentioned like there's different like types of hell,
Right.
Mhm.
And so that was a continuation of that joke.
That was
No,
funny.
it says "keep out." That one tickled me a little bit.
Again, we touched on this a little bit more. The Fox really thought this was going to be a hit, and then they couldn't figure out how to market it, and so it bombed. And one of the reasons why they think it bombed outside of the marketing was Aliens had also released recently, and so Aliens took most of its money. And however, it found its audience in home video, like a lot of stuff does. The Three Storms were partly the inspiration for the popular character of Raiden in Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
David Lopan is also the inspiration for the evil sorcerer Shang Tsung. So,
My husband told me that while we were watching the movie, which I'm sometimes just shocked at the weird stuff my husband does.
Yeah,
And
it kind of doesn't seem like a Jamie fact.
Like it never comes
it
up.
doesn't, because I just turned and looked at him like, what? Where did that come
I
from?
come up with a little fact. We'll put a little, his head. Jamie
Little
fact.
Jamie fact. Yeah.
Jamie fact.
Hold on. This one will need a visual. So talk about something real quick. Yeah.
Every time that comes up where people
I
like
know.
talk about something, it's like,
Yeah.
so the weather today. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Any other
I put you all on the spot.
any other interesting Jamie facts come up during the movie?
Yeah. Any other Jamie facts?
Jamie facts that came up during the movie. It seems like all he could talk about throughout the movie was how hot Kim Cattrall was,
Okay.
and that was a constant.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he threw that one at me because I kept saying it's like he kind of like looks like Raiden, they're talking about the thunder or the lightning, and Jamie says, "Well, by the way, did you know that?" It's like
That's fun.
Yeah.
he lives.
I forgot about this in Apocrypha. Eddie Murphy turned this movie down.
Yep.
Turn it down.
Well,
Who was
and
it
I
gonna
know
be?
why.
Well, he turned down this, and he also turned down Star Trek 4.
I can't picture him in Star Trek.
Eddie Murphy's
yeah.
a huge Star Trek fan.
I know.
Yeah. And they've been
I
trying,
know he is because he was in that movie. Was it Boomerang? He was watching Star
Right.
Trek.
They're trying. For years they've been trying to get Eddie Murphy into Star Trek, and so they still haven't been able to see. But he was going to do Star Trek 4, and he decided not to do that. He's going to do this, but instead of doing this, he did the Golden Child instead of this.
Right.
Right. And
Which
so,
is similar.
Which is similar
a
to
lesser version of this.
Right.
It's similar. It's so similar to the point that they rushed this film out to beat it.
Right. And Carpenter was like, I can't. Who makes two Asian adventure movies at the same time? And that's it was mind blowing.
And also,
Maybe that's because I watched The Golden Child in theaters, so
Yeah.
maybe that's how I missed this one. Maybe
Right.
this one wasn't in theaters long enough or something.
Kurt Russell suffered a bad case of the flu. So during the scenes when he's just after the brothel and he's covered in sweat, that's real.
oh,
Oh my god.
Oh well.
Poor guy.
So the vehicle Eggshan, his bus,
yeah.
drove is a 1936 white touring car. At this moment in time, 2020,
Today.
yeah, today, 2021, where is it?
In the Smithsonian.
Oh shit. I'm gonna say a private collector.
still giving tours.
Still, you're okay. So you're close. You're close, kinda. So I will give you all a
what's
point.
happening?
Okay.
It is currently. It's been restored, but it's currently at Yellowstone.
Oh.
I'll show a picture on
Oh.
the screen too
Yeah.
for everybody. But yeah, it's at Yellowstone. So they Yellowstone bought a bunch of them, including the bus used in the movie, and then they restored them and they give tours in them. So you can, and they have the one identified as Eggshan's bus, so you can ride that one specifically.
Oh, that's really cool.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was just a neat. That's what I was looking at. I'd found these photos earlier when I was doing my research, and then forgot about the photo part.
That's so cute,
So-
though.
That's neat.
It's too clean looking. It needs to be
know.
a little bit more dirty.
I wish
to
that
give
they
it
had
that
left it looking the same
Yeah,
way.
but you can get a tour to like Old Faithful in Eggshan's van.
Yeah.
That's
bus, and I think
nice.
that's so
Yeah.
cool.
That's cool.
All right. So regarding the Ornette-Lopan marriage scene toward the end of the film, the whole set with the mouth coming down the steps of the escalator, it was very dangerous, according to James Hong, who played Lopan.
Oh.
It was a very narrow escalator, and I was on lifts, 12-inch lifts. All of a sudden, John says, "We don't have time. We've got to do it right away," which sounds like a Carpenter thing for all his movies.
Right.
I said, "Can you get a stuntman? Get George Chung. He's my stuntman." He said, No. You're just going to step in." So with that long road, I tried to pull it over the lifts, and when I stepped on it, just the part before you go down the real escalator, I said, oh my God, this is going to be my very last scene."
Oh man.
It looks like I was fierce, but I was trembling. That's the way it was, and everything else had to be real. Acting.
Gotta love it.
Kim Cattrall left the set at 4:30 p.m. each day, then performed in a production of Anton Chekhov's Three Sisters.
Oh, okay.
Catrell remembers having to explain to her studio bosses who Chekhov was. "My film career was subsidized my theater career," she said. "If I only did theater, I would have to be a waitress, and I didn't want to be a waitress." That's how you act. That's how you do it.
That's right.
That was my idea.
And I love actors who like do movies because that's how they make their money. But I love the ones that love theater. I mean, because
Yeah, I do too.
and this no, not to disrespect movie actors that only do movies, but you can't. To me, it's like you cannot develop your skills as an actor unless you perform on stage night in and night out in front of a live audience where you can't stop and do retakes.
Yep.
You know, you have to do your
different-
craft, and you
it's a whole
have
different
to,
thing.
yeah, you know, there's no redos, reshoots, do-overs. You know, you go out there and you do it, and you become that character. So good for them. Val
Yeah.
Kilmer, you know, struggled a lot with between, you know, film and theater. He loved theater; that was his love. But he made money making movies. So
Yeah.
So did you
I
watch the
agree.
movie to the credits?
Yes, but no. Like by the time that the credits were on, I was doing
I
dishes.
did not watch the credits.
There's a song at the end of the credits.
There's a song that plays the whole time about Big Trouble in Little China. I don't know how the song goes, but I sang it while I was doing the dishes.
right. Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Written by John Carpenter, of course.
Yep.
Okay.
It is written and sung by Carpenter wrote it, but it's sung by a group called the Coupe de Villes. That's how it's credited. One of the people in that in the Coupe de Villes, of course, is Carpenter. The other two are Carpenter alumni.
Oh wow.
One of them is Tommy Lee Wallace, who is the second director on this film, but he's also made other films like let's see, Tommy Lee Wallace is a horror. He's a horror film guy, so he's done Vampires Los Muertos. Those are the vampire sequel.
Yeah.
He directed what we've watched, Stephen King's It.
Okay.
Yeah,
The original.
the original TV version. He
Okay.
directed that. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Yeah.
Fright Night Part 2.
Fright Night. I love Fright Night.
And so he directed that. The other person is Nick Castle. And some people may know that name.
That name's very familiar to me.
Real. And Nick Castle is a director. I have to restart my computer because it's doing crazy stuff.
Oh no, computer.
Okay, that's why I have the phone. But I want to make sure I get all of Nick Castle's credits right. His film credits right. So Nick Castle is he co-writes Escape from New York with Carpenter. He directed Major Payne.
Ah.
He directed the 1993 Dennis the Menace.
Okay.
He directed the 1984 The Last Starfighter.
Oh, I love that movie.
Right. And so he did it. But that's also not his claim to fame.
Right.
His claim to fame is he's the Shape in Halloween.
That's where I know the name.
He's Michael fucking Myers.
He's Michael
in the very
Myers.
first Halloween movie.
Yeah.
And actually in the most recent ones it's him.
Yeah.
He's the one singing Big Trouble.
Okay.
so
Yeah. I knew that name.
oh man, I hate that this is locked up on me. I will have to do this another way. I will. We'll just do it with the phone.
You can do it.
Yeah, we can do it.
I have faith in you.
We'll see how it goes.
I like the fact that I have a 50-50 shot here with the support.
We could all get out our phones and look up different facts.
Are we on fun facts still?
No, we're almost done with trivia. We're about to get to
The tab. So
the-
he's got to be looking at numbers.
You got to look at numbers
Yeah.
for the game. I just got to find Drive. There it is. Okay. I can't spell or do math apparently, and so
Big trouble. I know that's
and
in my
Little
head.
it's a great song. It's catchy as fuck. Like Carpenter can
Big
make a banger.
trouble.
I will show you ladies off camera, but I will show this on camera for everybody because I have to
All
do
right.
this separately. This is my last fun fact.
Okay.
So do you know Zach Braff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach Braff?
No.
He's in Scrubs.
Scrubs.
Is that the main guy?
Yeah,
The
JD in
main,
Scrubs.
JD.
Yeah. Okay, so yes.
He went as Jack Burton to a costume party at Kate Hudson's house. Kate Hudson, who is the stepdaughter of
Kurt Russell.
The daughter of Goldie Hawn, who they're not married, but they've had a long, like a 40-year relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
And so Kurt Russell happened to be there. So there's this great picture of them together as him as Jack. And
I got to see
so
that.
I'll share that with you.
Oh, I'm looking it up while
so-
you're doing
right.
that.
So it's a great picture. All right. So paying the tab. This movie, I'm just going to tell you this because I find this funny. Domestically, this movie made $11.1 million. Can you guess how it did in the foreign markets?
In the foreign market?
Yeah, overseas.
Ooh,
Well,
I
I
can't
know-
tell if it would do better or
Well,
worse.
I know it was not in China.
That's true. It was not. China did not want this movie. Yeah, that's it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too. Yeah.
That's great.
That's fantastic.
I like that he has a gun.
Right.
Oh, I love it.
Right.
So I'm gonna just say worse. So 4 million.
4 million.
How much do I think it made?
Overseas.
Overseas.
Total.
Oh, overseas total?
Over total. It made $11 million, $11.1 million here. Overseas, how much did it make?
17 million.
17 million. So she thinks
I'm
it's
thinking
bigger.
bigger
You're
than
thinking
overseas.
Bigger.
Bigger overseas.
7 million.
7 million. So you're kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
It made $557,
Oh, God.
making it
That is amazing.
making its total gross, both domestic and foreign, 11,100,000 and 100 and then 5570 whatever.
So, did they
changed.
just not
Yeah.
release it overseas?
They did not do well. Open July weekend, July 4th, 1986 weekend. I will tell you where it landed because it's not in the top 5.
You think?
Is it in the top 10?
No,
Okay.
it landed number 12.
Okay.
So we're playing my favorite game.
Oh my god.
Can you name the top 5 films of
Toy
of
Story.
July 4th, 1986? You are 9 years too early.
Aliens.
Every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aliens.
Terminator.
Aliens is not,
Oh.
but keep that
Yeah.
thought.
Okay.
Terminator.
No,
Is
Terminator's
there a
84.
kid
84?
film?
Okay.
No, none of these.
The only kid film did not make it on the list.
That's true. I will say
Color of
sort
Money.
of. I won't say it's completely a kid film, but it's kid friendly. No color of money. Ready for
Yeah,
some?
I'm saving that for later.
Was it one of the
Well, we've
Ernest
talked about
Goes
we've
to
talked about one of them
something?
today.
I know.
Oh god,
Sure.
we've
Yeah.
talked about a
And we
lot of
talked
stuff today.
in conjunction of the color of money.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sin of a Woman.
yes, the pool one.
Well,
where they play pool.
That is the pool.
No,
one.
that's the pool.
No, that's the pool
Sin
one.
of a Woman.
This one has more volleyball than pool.
Oh,
Oh, Top Gun.
Top Gun. Yes, Top Gun's number 4.
that's right.
Number 5 is Legal Eagles.
Uh-huh.
Number 3 is Back to School.
Oh, yeah. We've had this year before.
Yeah, right. We have because number 2 was Ruthless People.
Uh-huh.
I
I
don't
love
know
that
any of
movie.
these. I know Top Gun. But
Right.
it's-
And number 1 was Karate Kid Part 2.
Part D.
But I wanted to point out something special about this week.
Okay.
Please do.
I thought this was hilarious and sad.
Okay. Hilarious and sad.
So the top 5 movies of this week were not the releases. They were not. None of them were first-time releases for this weekend. 'Cause, they like
Right,
Kind of Little
right.
Child. This is their first weekend.
Right.
There were 5 movies released that were released as the first weekend. Their first weekend of them. The highest ranking of those was number 8.
oh, my gosh.
So here they are. Number 8, Psycho 3.
Yeah, that was bad. It was a bad movie.
Number
Shouldn't that be an October release?
exactly, but
Yeah.
it's July 4th, and they were like, "We're going for it."
Okay.
Number 9. Here's one of the few Disney swings and misses: The Great Mouse Detective.
Yep.
I love that movie.
Same.
Number
I love it.
I've never seen it.
number
This is during the Disney Dark Age, though. So
Yeah.
So number 10 is About Last Night. That's Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Number 11 is is a Prince movie that's not Purple Rain.
Oh, there was one more. Wasn't
There's
there?
2.
Okay. I don't remember.
Under the Cherry Moon.
That's
It's
right.
his black and white one.
Yeah, that was a terrible movie.
And then the number 12 is Big Trouble in Little China.
Yep.
But all of those
I like
movies,
the Great Mouse
8 through
Detective.
12, were movies that came out. They were their first weekend, and they were clobbered by movies.
Oh,
that
things
have
that had already been out.
Yeah.
I think Aliens was like number 6 on that list, and just So it's the top. In 1986, where does Big Trouble in Little China fall? I will say it is in the top 100.
98.
98.
99.
99.
88.
72.
Oh, that's
Well,
okay.
that's better than we all
Did
thought.
better than you right. Can you name the top 5 movies?
Top Gun.
I will say
Aliens.
Aliens.
Top Gun's number 1. Aliens is number 5.
Okay.
We have mentioned the other 2 just recently.
Color
like
Purple.
The Color Purple, 84.
The Color of Money.
Nope.
No.
Color Money's like top 10.
That's because
though.
we were talking about
Okay.
Purple Rain.
Yeah,
So-
that's what threw me.
One of these we have not talked about. We've talked about it the last time we talked about
Yeah.
86, and I'll mention when we
Okay, so we got Top Gun, we got Aliens.
yeah. We've talked about 86 twice, actually.
I know, we're just so bad at this game.
Jaws.
That's what I like about it.
Jaws. Jaws.
Nope, that's
76.
Thank you. Jaws 2.
Or 75. Jaws 2. We've done that one. And I think it's late at 79.
Yeah.
Jaws
Or 70.
3. Indiana
Ruthless
Jones.
People.
No.
Jaws the Revenge with Michael Caine.
Jaws the Revenge with Michael Caine. The aforementioned Michael Caine.
Star Trek.
Star Wars.
just kidding.
And would you like a hint?
Yes.
Yes.
That means he's done.
You do not like the star of this movie.
Tom Cruise is
Oh,
Tom
it's a
Cruise
Tom
crazy.
Cruise
No,
movie.
no, Tom Cruise. We've already done that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He might have 2, Scotty.
Because I think, as you've put it, he's kind of a pussy.
That could be so many people.
I was waiting
we just
for that.
mentioned we just mentioned the movie.
oh. Kind of a
And
pussy.
and I quote, he's kind of a pussy.
kind of a pussy.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
I like her. She's
She's like, this could be.
This should
Start
be easy
listing
for
off
you.
the people.
It
It could
should be easy. It should be easy because
we just named the film.
we just named it, and it was I don't like this person because he's kind
Right.
of.
I don't think you like this movie.
I probably don't.
You like the first one, but you like the bad guy in the first one.
Oh. This is
Is it a Batman?
No.
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 There's a TV show about it.
Because Batman.
This Highlander 2.
No.
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 Okay.
No.
What was it? You got to tell me.
Karate Kid Part 2.
Oh, he is a pussy. He is. I hate him. Karate Kid Part 2 is I out of all the Karate Kid movies, this one I like the most.
Really?
It is because I lived in Okinawa.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though this is not filmed in Okinawa at all.
Right.
Doesn't even look like Okinawa.
Have you seen a Karate like the Karate Kid?
No.
I like the music in this
I
one.
need to-
I like the music
The
in
Peter
this one.
Cetera song.
I
I've
do
seen
like it.
clips
I
from the
do
first
like it.
one.
Right.
Watch part 3. No.
Yes, he's so terrible.
All right. So that's.
And he was the bad guy anyway in Karate Kid. He like I'm just letting you know, Johnny got a bad rap.
We'll watch it.
I need to do the Karate Kid movies because
Well,
my mom was. What is that show that came out? That
Cobra Kai is
Thank you.
amazing.
My mom was like really big
That's what
into
Jamie
it.
and I dressed up as for Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like I need to.
I made
I need to
Jamie
watch them so I can watch
It's
that.
been
I made
renewed
Jamie
again.
dress up
Yeah.
as
Well,
Daniel.
we're getting closer and closer to season 3. I'm almost got my season 3 list done, so it may go on there.
Okay.
All right.
And so it gives you a reason to watch it.
Right.
And
Let's
then-
watch one of the bad ones and confuse her. One of the
Stop
ones
it.
that was like later.
Stop.
No,
You guys are
no,
the
I've got a
worst.
movie. We're gonna throw her in the middle of the season, next
Okay.
season.
Listen, every time you have a movie that you're like, we're gonna throw her in it, we're watching those together.
Okay.
Okay, because I want you guys to see the pain I go through.
while we giggle.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna be like, "No, it's a drinking game. You have to take a shot now. Every time you're confused, take a shot."
Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Number 4 was Back to School. Number 2 was Crocodile Dundee.
Oh yeah, we keep talking. I never think of that because it's not a great movie.
But it was again.
I
I
guess
mentioned
it
it
was.
every time we mentioned it. It was a phenomenon. Never left the
Yep.
theater. For
What's
like,
funny is
know.
that was one of the random facts I could have wrote down was about that person being like a big deal.
Paul Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just didn't because I was like, it's
no,
just like a random
it would have
thing.
helped me remember that.
So sorry.
Crocodile.
So,
Next time.
Aliens. We have not done this, but we talked about it a cult meeting or two ago. But Rocky 4.
I love Rocky
Was
IV.
I did watch the director's
I
cut.
did too.
We'll talk about it in the cult meeting.
Okay.
I did not. I didn't know there was a way to watch it that wasn't in
Yeah,
theaters.
stream the next day.
Yeah,
all
stream
of
the
it.
next day. It's like
Oh.
$3 to watch it.
Oh, like on Amazon?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah. If you want to wait, it's I'll have thoughts.
Okay.
Drew and I did FX on The Catacombs, which came in 45. 72 was Big Trouble in Little China. And then our very first 1986 movie in our run, one of your favorite films.
Okay.
One of your and one of our favorite films. One of your favorite
Monster
films.
Squad?
No, hold on. That's I would say if we had like a lore of lexicon or it's big in our show's history.
Okay.
That because of you.
Is it cats?
No.
No.
But you're on the right path with animals.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
So there's no cats. What other animals have you mentioned on the show a lot?
Okay, you said a lot and rolled your eyes a little bit.
No, I'm sorry.
I
was blanking.
like cats, so I'm trying to think of any other animal that I would bring up besides my children. Do you know? I'm gonna get it, so don't tell me.
No, I'll let you get it. Do you know?
I'm trying to think. One of my favorite movies.
Do you know?
Is it Chewbacca? Is
No,
it a
he's
Star
not.
Wars?
No,
thing?
no.
He's pretty much an animal.
No, it's a real Earth animal
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you've mentioned more than once, and
Guinea
it comes up
pigs?
sometimes, especially when you're trying to when we are like describe this movie.
Prairie dogs. Highlander.
Prairie dogs.
Highlanders.
Highlander.
Prairie
That is
dogs.
Prairie dogs.
There it is.
Game. I love these games because it makes them.
I should have known that. I know
You should have
Highlander
known
was
that.
86.
And the ones
I
that go,
looked at you. I was like,
Oh.
wait,
do you know
a
this?
prairie dog impersonation where
Just
they
like-
go,
Y'all thought these games were rough.
Oh, gosh.
The last episode of the season, we're gonna play the what we watched game for the season.
yeah.
This is why we keep a notebook.
that's not fair.
We have so far, just as a refresher.
Wait. This is not an open notes exam.
Mind your business.
You gotta
As a
memorize
refresher,
it.
we have Con Air since I started doing fun facts. The Lost Boys. Hold on. Warlock. Still pops up on my thing.
Lady of Libations,
Mario
my
Bros.
only job is to drink
Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, now to come up with games
and come up with drinking
You have a
games.
new game.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so excited because we're going to do drinking games now.
I'm excited.
All right.
This is why I keep a running notebook. Actually, I do it mainly because it's like I won't remember if we did a year or not already, and I'll tell you repeated fun facts from years we've already done, and they will no longer be fun.
What was the first movie we did?
As a fun fact, it
No,
was
no, as the season.
this season,
Yeah.
like in January.
No, like when we started the
We
show.
started in
guys.
November.
Yeah.
I was
didn't we?
like,
No, it's already November.
I know it is November. When did we
Are you
start this
sure? Are you
season?
good?
You know, was the season after
No.
July? It was after
It was
we got
after
back
July,
from after Mom.
August, September. We
Yeah.
started in September.
I don't know.
Okay, that will be on the test. That's it.
Do you know
What's
the
even
first
better, 'cause
movie
we're-
we came back to?
I think we have.
No.
I love the fact that we're in this together.
Caleb
Thank
looking
you.
it up. I know what Caleb's doing. I'm watching Caleb
Stop
look it
it.
up.
I can
Caleb.
look it up.
But I'm watching Caleb look it up. I was going to ask what Caleb if he knew,
Caleb,
but
do
he's
you
looking
know?
it up.
He's looking
Did you
it up
know
because
before you
I
looked it up,
remember
you
you.
little cheater fans? He
cheating.
did. He didn't know before he looked it up.
Caleb-
Men don't
Caleb's a
cheat.
cheater.
He's like, I'm cheating. Mm.
Hey, I'll acknowledge I'm cheating.
Okay, real quick, refresher. What was it? Because we won't remember by the end of the
Oh.
year.
Well, you going to tell us?
Maybe it makes sense.
Maybe.
So okay, I'll give a hint.
It's good to have the power, isn't it? It's good to have the power, Caleb.
A sequel for it is coming out, and the trailer for it came out the week we reviewed
Yeah,
it.
the reason why we did it topically.
Is it Candyman?
No, we didn't do
We didn't do
Candyman.
We didn't do
Candyman,
I thought
Candyman.
we did
We went to go
Candyman.
watch
We
it.
went saw it together as a family.
except for me.
That was okay.
because someone had to play D&D.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Hold
whose
on.
fault
There's
is
a
it,
sequel
Caleb?
coming out, and we were. Oh God, I was talking to somebody. I think about this that we're gonna watch it now.
This is my favorite part of the podcast. It's like, what does my co-host not know?
Here's another one. It's already had a trilogy.
Stop.
Matrix.
Matrix was the first film this season.
Woo, yes, I remember it because I'm
I did
looking
not
forward
realize
to
that
it.
was the first one.
I didn't realize we did that on the.
I knew we did it on the show. It's
Well, Stephanie,
life is hard, people.
but Stephanie, just so you know, in the audience know, you can watch all of our episodes on youtube.com/Mobcast Network.
Which is where I look.
Subscribe today.
That's where
Hit
I'm
the little
going
bell so you don't miss
to
anything.
practice
Ding.
for my exam.
That's where I. That's
You know
where
what
I
the
looked.
scary thing is I am a subscriber.
That's where I'm going to practice.
Oh, you won't. Yeah, you.
I'll practice. I'll have like index cards too, and then he'll be like, "What did we do?"
Do we also need to know the cult meetings?
No.
Okay.
Just the movies.
Okay.
Just a
Why
movies.
are you this
Things
way,
that-
Caleb?
we're still 4 movies away. We've got 4.
I got this.
Hey, I did also list the movies as a teaser.
Mhm.
I know they're in your
No,
little
we got
teaser.
Well,
5 more.
we're-
We got 5 more left.
well,
We got 5 more
I was
left.
about to say,
What's our
because aren't we
next one?
switching it up a little?
No, well,
'Cause we're
doing-
adding some
Yeah,
movies.
we'll tell you in the call money, but
Yeah.
we're doing Christmas a little different.
We have a whiteboard over there, guys. No, I'm talking to you, the
It's
audience.
empty now.
That we used to list our movies on, so I could just
It's
look
empty
and
now.
refer back. And
We used to
there's
write down
nothing
movies.
on it now
Well,
because
this is usually just suggestions. We just hadn't made suggestions. Because we had been away for so long.
We did. I'm sorry.
No.
It was all of us.
Yeah, we all had
Life
life
happened.
happened, so we were on hiatus, and now we come back with
2021 was probably worse than 2020.
right. And
It
so,
really
but,
was.
But we come back with and so I got suggestions from everybody, and we put some stuff together, and I made a list of 8. It was 8 movies I think on the list.
Scotty also gets ideas by going, "Oh, she hasn't seen that. Next season." That's like I feel like that's where most next season, and I'm gonna make you watch the 3rd one. It's gonna be good. You're gonna be lost.
and then he
You'll
gets
enjoy it.
excited when he finds out I haven't seen it.
I know.
Yeah,
I
and
did
then he's
it
like,
earlier.
"Well, we're definitely doing that tomorrow."
Your one of your suggestions is definitely next season.
One of my suggestions.
Yeah, I think it was the first one I decided to do instead.
Someone suggested something.
it's probably the one
I
that
forgot
Jennifer
what
told me about. Was it like 16 Candles or
No.
Pretty in Pink or
No.
something
God,
like
no.
that?
I hope we're not doing any of that.
God no, I've seen none of those.
They're great,
Yeah,
So-
Pretty Pig's great.
but I can't imagine that. Would
I
be
like
for
I
our
like I
podcast.
like I like pretty. What's a cult movie? They are.
Yeah,
cults.
They are cult movies. I guess
John
you
Hughes
could.
is-
I mean, honestly,
John Hughes, I guess.
I would do Pretty in Pink over 16 Candles.
Pretty in Pink is my favorite over 16
And
Candles
then,
by far.
But for me personally, I think I would wedge in Ferris Bueller before both of them.
I
Yeah.
like, and this. I don't
I've seen
think
that.
this is the same director, but same kind of genre to me. Is Say Anything?
Yeah, that's Cameron Crowe.
Yeah, I'd like to do Say.
Yeah.
That's one of my.
Yeah.
I don't know if we need to do it, but that's one of my.
Because
From that era.
There's
What
always
about Dirty
Maybe we
Dancing?
do a whole 80s
Yeah, Dirty Dancing.
season. We should do. Oh, we always
We
do
have to
80s.
dance up?
Yeah,
Like,
we do a lot of 80s
never
movies.
mind. But you
Well,
know what?
like-
This podcast is mostly
Warmers
80s movies.
Yeah.
Spandex and
No, that's not Pretty
Had the
Pink.
time of my
it is
life.
if we power walk.
We should do Uncle Buck.
What are you talking about?
Uncle Buck.
Wearing like warmers and spandex.
No,
and-
but that wasn't what they dressed in.
it is if you power walk with a group of moms.
No. Apparently, you didn't actually live in the 80s.
Honey,
man.
I was
born in
born
1989.
halfway
I know.
What
through
do you think?
89.
That is the
halfway
most.
through 89.
That is the most exaggerated.
That's what I know.
Okay, that is wrong. You watch these movies, and then you'll know how they dress.
It's
in the
honestly
80s.
She did
feels like-
not have control of her bladder until the grunge era.
That's true.
You don't know how long it took me to control my grunge or my bladder.
Oh my god!
Listen.
She's like, Nirvana's here. I don't need a diaper. I'm good. Nirvana's
Yeah,
arrived.
the one where you just drop the baby in the water anyway.
Right, it's just like, all right,
Done.
we're good. I was waiting for Nirvana. All is good.
I don't have to control it anymore. It's gone.
Yeah, you watch some of these movies, and you'll see how they really dress in the 80s, and you'll be surprised that it's not really that much different than how we dress now sometimes.
I was going to ask if it's similar to now, because now it feels
although we're
weird.
kind of circling into 90s territory.
Right.
Yeah, we did it. We did an 80s rotation.
Mackenzie started dressing in stuff that she wanted, where I was like, are you sure that's really dated? Then I went to go film something on a school. Literally everybody dresses like that.
So everybody's like
Yeah.
in their
Yeah.
My So-Called Life.
Yeah.
There are, I think there are 3 films left on our list.
Okay.
Do we get to talk about what we're watching next week, or is that in the...
The cult meeting.
Okay.
But there's 3 left on the list. The 2 we're doing for Christmas are not on the list. Neither was this one. This one wasn't. We added. So we added these 3 into the mix for November. But the other
We do not have the copyright to that sound.
the other 3. One of them was the one that Marshall suggested.
Okay.
The City of Lost Children, which is our first foreign film, so it'll be our first subtitled film.
Oh, fun.
So I think we're
Okay.
doing that in January, and then after that we have 2 others.
He won the thing where he got to pick,
Yeah,
right?
right.
And it's been a while.
And so we
Yeah.
we're going to honor that, and then the other 2 are Raiders of the Lost Ark
Okay.
and The Purge.
I have
Okay.
not seen The Purge.
Is The Purge a cult film?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, the only reason why I'm asking is because it's to me newish.
It's a cult film about
Yeah.
a cult.
yeah. I mean, I like.
Cultiest film you can find.
Obviously, I like both of those movies,
So-
but
because really the real definition has nothing to do with age. It's more of like how much money did it make in the box office initially versus
usually-
how fans perceive it now.
Right,
Okay.
right. It's usually fan obsession.
somebody suggested we do Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I would, and I tell you why I won't do it.
I don't think we should do it either.
Because I think it's been done to death.
Done today, exactly.
And-
It's
and-
everybody's seen it. Everybody knows it.
It's also
not-
I love Rocky Horror. It is.
I
It
do
is.
too.
It is but it's a movie that you don't watch. It's a movie you experience, and I think that would be hard to talk about on a podcast.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to have someone like Caleb just heckle us all the time.
Right. It would. Yeah.
Which he might do, I
agree.
know,
Did you
so-
hear
That's
that
what I'm saying.
laugh? Did you hear it?
Not all cult
Rocky,
movies.
yeah, but
work.
Rocky Horror is great, but it's just
Yeah,
I
it's not-
I'd rather watch it than talk about it, kind of thing.
I much more enjoyed the experience of going
Exactly,
and being in person
because
for that.
Yeah.
frankly, it's not a great movie.
It's not a great movie.
It's an okay show, but it's what makes that show magical.
It's the experience.
It's the experience of it all.
I
It's just kind of it's a mediocre show that they've morphed into something that's like this beautiful art project. It's fantastic, but like on its own, if you judge it on its own merits, I don't think it holds up. Though I might do Shock Treatment because I've never seen it.
I've never seen
I've
it
seen
either.
it.
Oh, so you've seen Shock Treatment? That's
hell
the
is Shock Treatment?
the unofficial sequel.
It's
spirit-
not even unofficial. It's
It's-
it's the same
like-
creators are
Well, it's
involved
like
in everything.
It's not unofficial, but it's like the spiritual sequel. That's what I'm really trying to think.
But
of.
it even has the same. It has Brad and Janet in it.
right. So it's
I've never even heard of
Yeah,
it.
Shock
I hadn't
Treatment.
either.
It's 80, I think, 1980.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's. I have feelings
We all have feelings, Caleb.
about that in particular.
I got you. Good feelings or bad feelings? Because if it's is it something you're advocating for to put on the season?
I'd put it on there.
Okay.
We could do that.
It's
Okay.
it's all over.
It's I will put it in because I got a good selection, good suggestion at Movember Friday,
Okay.
and then I thought about putting that on the list.
What was that?
I've got the list right now is at 15. I'm trying to cut it down to 10, so
Okay.
or 16 now.
What was the suggestion at November?
Well, I'll tell you when we get to the last episode of the season, and we announce the next season.
It's a surprise, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's
All
more
right.
fun if you guys don't know.
That's true. All right.
This is Scotty saying this is our contribution to the multiverse. Go out and make yours!
Bye.